What's going on, guys? So today we're going to take a look at a fume extractor for soldering stations. So this is an OKI, which I think is a rebrand of the Metcal. I'm not 100% sure who rebranded whose, but I got this from a friend that worked at one of the larger camera manufacturers in Irvine, California. If you can figure that out, it's pretty easy to figure out. But so yeah, they were liquidating a bunch of stuff and I happened to grab this. So I have no idea if it works. I've had it for over a year and I figure I probably should start using a fume extractor since I've been breathing in fumes for quite a few years, and this should help solve that situation. So yeah, let's take a look at it and see what we can get into. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the hose used to suck up the fumes. We've got a cover here for the filters. I don't know how this goes together yet, so we'll check that out in a minute. And then we've got the piece here, which is very big, very heavy. You look underneath, we've got the filter situation. I believe there's 3 filters in here. One's for like large particulates, and then the small particulate, and then there's a carbon filter for the smell. I don't know if that is actually in here. We'll find out. Let's take a look at the back. Got the plug, and on-off switch is on the top. It's very simple, and should be pretty straightforward. I guess this is the exhaust. The exhaust comes out here. Let's take a look at the filter situation, if we can. Wow. As you can see, it's got, I guess it's got a large cartridge. This is replaceable, I assume. Here's the fan to suck up the fumes. But you can tell this thing is quite heavy. It's the motor that's the heaviest part. It's a beast. Wonder how loud it's going to be. The specs on the internet say it's quiet, so we will find out. Let me get this back together and then I'll come back. There, back together. Now, let's check and see what we can figure out with the cover on the bottom. So, I assume it goes on like this. Slides in that way, I guess. Snap in somehow. Guess that's it. I don't know. It seems kind of floppy if you ask me. Maybe it's missing parts. There. It slides up, and then I believe this little doodad here locks it in place. There we go. So now, as you can see, this piece here locks it in place, nice and secure. Okay, that's pretty cool. Not too bad, not too bad. And then I assume this just goes in here, like so. Okay, now If we wanted to suck up the fumes, let's use that. It's missing the little piece that comes on the end. It's like a little scoop type thing, but I guess it's not really going to be needed. So yeah, so that's how it goes together. Pretty simple. Let's get a power cord and plug it in and see how loud this thing is. I assume it's not going to be too quiet. And looking at the size of this motor, it's huge and it's heavy, really heavy. I'm going to get it on a scale and just see how heavy this thing really is. Okay, we've got the scale. Let's see what we can see. It's around 15 pounds, not bad for an air filter. So, yeah, so you know this thing's not going anywhere when it's sitting on your desk. So let's get this thing plugged in and see what it sounds like. Okay, I've got a cable all set up. It's plugged in. Hopefully it works. Man, go through all this and it doesn't even work. Oh, it's on. Wow, and you can barely even hear it. Can you hear that? It's starting to ramp up. Not bad, not bad. A little on the loud side, but whatever it takes to save your lungs, I guess. Can you guys hear that? Let's get a little closer. Yeah, it's got a good amount of suction. Not like a vacuum cleaner, but I guess it doesn't really need to. Alright, so let's get this thing turned off. We'll set up a small soldering setup here, create some fumes and see how well this thing actually will suck up all the smoke, all that bad stuff that's not good for you, all the old solder, all the old, you know, flux, all that gross stuff that really shouldn't be breathing. Let's see how well this thing performs. Alright, so what we got here is, it's like a Genesis game. I'm going to remove the EEPROM. Usually it makes a lot of smoke. I'm just going to, instead of using my desoldering gun, I'm just going to use some braid and a lot of flux. And this usually makes a ton of smoke. So let's see what happens with the fumes when I use the Fume extractor. Turning it on. Starting up. I don't know how well you guys can see. This is not a how to desolder EEPROMs video or anything like that. This is just showcasing the fume extractor and seeing how well it actually works. Got my soldering iron to 400C. So it's just, I'm not getting in close, so I can't really show you what's going on. We're making a lot of smoke, but oh, there it goes. Can you guys see it going in? Let's get a little closer. Maybe I need to bring it closer. It wasn't really. Northridge Fix says you got to get your fume extractor pretty close to the work you're doing to efficiently extract the fumes. Let's try that again. Oh yeah. wow, this is much nicer than having to suck up all those fumes. I don't know if you guys can see, but try to make a bunch more fumes. Just drag soldering it across real quick. Yeah, that works really well. Look at that. All the fumes gone. You can't smell a thing. Usually it smells like this stuff smells like pancake syrup when it burns, and then makes you choke and suffocate. So here we go. Let's try the other side. Sucking up all the fumes. That's pretty nice. And it's not too loud. It's a lot quieter than I had anticipated, considering its weight. I thought the motor would be massive, but I guess it's just big enough to suck up all the fumes. Using solder to desolder EEPROMs is not really what I usually use. I usually use my Hacko desoldering gun, suction gun. Thing works really well. It's faster, less mess, easier. But this is just to showcase fume extraction. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Well, I would say that's a success. This thing works really well. I can't smell a thing. Well worth what I paid, which was nothing. But if you're in the market for a fume extractor, which you should be if you do any amount of soldering, any soldering really, you should get a fume extractor. I know Northridge Fix just came out with one. It looks really nice. It's got the 3 filters in it. It's exactly what you need. It's only $199. This one retails for $500-600. So I think this one is overkill, but this is probably more for an industrial scenario, like a camera manufacturer when they're mass producing cameras, 8K cameras, 4K cameras, all that. But yeah, so that's the Metcal OKI fume extractor review, setup. I should probably clean it up now. But yeah, if you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe, give it a like, whatever you like. It doesn't matter. I do this just to showcase some of the stuff that I find and come across. And I'll have more videos of fixing things, reviews, and all that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon.